Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, Abuja. My name is Oekeke Igado Kure. The headlines this hour. President Muhammadu Buhari laments decay in education sector, supports El-Rufai planned sack of some Kaduna teachers. Borno killings, Army raises board of inquiry. Another foreign scene, death toll rises in Iran-Iraq border quake. And in sports, BBC Africa Most Valuable Player Award, London giant Chelsea converts support for Victor Moses. Details of this and more in a moment. Stay with us. And now the news. President Muhammadu Buhari is supporting the Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai over his plan to sack over 21,780 teachers who recently failed the competency test conducted by the state government. Buhari gave the support while speaking at the State House in Abuja during a special retreat of the Federal Executive Council (FEC). The retreat was on the challenges facing the education sector in Nigeria. According to Buhari, the future of Nigerian students will be at stake if teachers fail the very examinations which they are supposed to set for the students. The president said it is a very tragic situation that must be tackled. To address injustice, corruption and insecurity in Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari must be more proactive and identify those responsible for the issues affecting the nation. Reacting to the president's assurance that his administration would address rising concerns of corruption, insecurity and injustice in various parts of the country, the people said he must begin to critically examine the political elites to ensure that they are working in tandem with national goals.
What we should do is, if you know the right person that can actually do it well, let the person be in, but not actually selecting to get KK from the other side to appoint him so that he will balance the whole stock. You can introduce a goat to the water, he will die. As much as possible, try and get the right person, the resource person for a particular job and follow him up.
He who need equity at least must do equity. But if first is the case, come to Nigeria. Because people at ends of affairs, they have to checkmate themselves. Because a lot of people are there that they are not merited. Can you imagine a student whereby somebody that is at the ends of affairs is not married the position that's heading? Automatically he'll be giving appointment to whosoever that is close to him.
No matter where you're from, I so much believe that you should, as much as possible, effect positive change in dischargement of your duties. It's actually a call to service. It's actually an integrity stuff. So if you're not doing it for yourself, why not do it for your children? So I'm not against particular region being in helm of affair for a long time. What I'm against is that resources meant for other regions, let it be distributed properly.
The disgusting odor emanating from a blocked drainage around the old Federal Secretariat, Area 1, Abuja, has become a serious source of concern to the people who reside in the place. Those who spoke with our correspondents said if nothing is done to clear the drainage, there could be an outbreak of a disease in the area.
The government should do something in the area of the parking to avoid the smell. People also should avoid putting things anyhow or packing dirt into it. It's the gutter. So people who are sitting around here should also maintain that not to maybe gathering things and at the end of the day not packing it off to a dustbin, rather putting it inside the gutter. And putting inside the gutter makes here to be mess, and it's affecting the secretariat and also frequent parking.
Keeping the environment clean is not just the job of the government or whoever is appointed to do that. We as citizens have our own duty to keep the environment clean. Because if the government comes and does everything and leaves, we are the ones that go back and make it dirty until the next time the government comes around again to do it. It's our duty to first make it clean, make the government's job easier by putting everything in a safe place and making sure that the odor and everything is taken care of. Then the government comes and evacuates. It makes the government's job easier, it makes the tax burden on us as citizens also easier.
The government to put a serious measure on the place so that they can be able to maintain the place. Because if you look at it, the environment is meant for the government business, but some people used to take the advantage and come and do their normal business there. So I think it's the government has the responsibility to put a serious measure so that they can control the place and sanitize the place. Even myself, I stayed in 2-3 days there. I couldn't stay there because of this problem of this order.
The fundamental right to good life of those living with disabilities in Nigeria have been questioned in a community in Karamajiji, a suburb of FCT Abuja. Human Rights Radio visited the community and the people said they have been completely neglected by government, adding that there are no basic social amenities needed for better life.
This is Human Rights Radio 101.1. Redefining broadcasting.
We have been here for more than almost 10 years now, and for the past 7 years, we don't have light. The wires has been connected, but there is no transformer. We do have light before, but they disconnect the light. We are not owing them. We pay our light bill when it is due. If you look at the primary school we are having here now, it is all these NGOs that come and then contributed to build this school for us.
It's not a government school. They just build the school for the disabled children. There is no any other children outside, including them.
Because we are physically challenged, our heart is not challenged, our mind is not challenged. We fought street begging. We bring those people that are on the street begging, we bring them to teach them skill acquisition, and they have been living a happily life. We need government to turn their attention to us. There is not any government source of water here. All the source of water you see here is either private or NGOs. And most of the NGOs, they are not working. They bring them in jerrycan and we buy for us to get water.
We live in huts. These huts, if you see, is all things are combined together with wood to manage our lives there, which if you see, you will pity the way we live. We need to get hospital here, even primary health care. We used to go outside where if you see a disabled woman that is under labor, we suffered a lot to take her to any other medical care. We want those concerned to look into our condition and to have mercy that this, our challenge, is not being made by us. It's something that God tested our faith, and it can do it to anybody at any time and at any moment.
Lately, we are fighting for the school because of our children. If we didn't go to school, at least our children should go to school. It should be a kind of proud for us that our children, they will be tomorrow to even take care of us, and they can be a blessing to this country. But the school, there is no teachers, and we are pleading with government. Please, they should turn their attention to us so that we will live a meaningful life.
Now only this water do we get. Now only 2 pumps a day. The problem for water a day for this town.
We don't want our children to be also physically challenged or disabled. Why? Because lack of education is a challenge in life. So we need our children to at least have education. Issue of water here is being gotten by the NGOs, and we buy from the other private people that construct their own borehole for market.
Despite the negative effect of child marriage, the practice still remains common in Nigeria. According to United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, marriage before the age of 18 is considered a violation of the right of the child in that union. In this interview in Abuja, some people condemned the act and called on governments, parents and guardians to desist from giving children out in marriage. They said children should rather be educated to enable them achieve their full potentials.
I believe that as a young girl, she should be allowed to grow and mature, then so that she'll be able to take certain decisions. Marriage is not actually friendship, but we don't really understand the difference between marriage and friendship. And also on the part of our parents, most of the times the issue of child marriage is actually a parental thing. Our parents most of the times, because of our greed, or a quest to be recognized somehow, or in a bid to compete with the other person's child, try as much as possible to push her girl child to marriage, giving her flimsy excuses and so a lot of things.
No right for a girl of 13 years to get married at that age. The parents should be going to school getting married at the age of 13, I don't know, maybe it could be family problems that could lead to that, because some families now, they are poor. There's no food to eat, so maybe they just give out their children in order to get money. But it's not right, because at that age, the child doesn't have the capacity to handle a family. See, if a child is married at the age of 13, how will she manage the home? How can she even take care of herself or talk more of the children?
By nature, it's absurd. By constitution, the adult age starts from 18. And even at that point, that doesn't even make them ripe for marriage. Because what marriage is all about is more than how old you actually are. It's how mentally ready you are to take on the responsibilities of being a wife, a mother, and then also a helper to your husband. Kids cannot do that. It's an abuse, really. I think it's, for me, I will even say it's demonic.
Most times they have the whole absence of tear of the ovaries or vagina or so. So surgically you can't even replace that. So I'm totally against that, and I advise our parents and the young ones now, they should actually wise up.
And away from our special stories, the Nigerian Army has instituted a board of inquiry to investigate the shooting incident in Chibok, Borno State. Army spokesman Brigadier General Sani Usman confirmed this in a release late on Sunday. He said the board is expected to unravel the circumstances surrounding the shooting incident that resulted in the death of an officer and a senior non-commissioned officer deployed on duty at Chibok, Borno State on Sunday. According to the statement, the unit received a report that a staff was seen to be drunk and misbehaving to civilians, adding that an officer was dispatched to the scene with a view to bringing him back to base. He said the officer did his best, but unfortunately the staff sergeant shot him dead and then killed himself. The board is expected to investigate the incident and turn in its report and findings in 1 week. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
This is Human Rights Radio 101.1. Redefining broadcasting.
Welcome back. And on the foreign scene, polling stations have opened in the self-proclaimed Republic of Somaliland for the third presidential election since 2003. The Electoral Commission has urged people to prioritize the elderly and the vulnerable in a country with 1,642 polling stations for voters to cast the ballots. Security is reportedly tight as Somaliland security chiefs have encouraged the public to go about the business and vote. An international team of 60 election monitors are in Somaliland to oversee the election. The observers are from 27 countries, including African countries, Europe, Asia, and the US, as well as Canada. And at least 328 people have been killed and another 2,530 is said to have been injured in the 7.3 magnitude quake that hit Iran-Iraq border late Sunday. As aftershocks continue on Monday and rescuers speed up their operation, Iran State News Agency confirmed the death toll, saying at least 382 of the injured remained in the hospital. The U.S. Geological Survey said Sunday's powerful quake hit close to Halabja, southeast of Kurdish region of northern Iraq. And in sports, Premier League champions Chelsea have called on its fans to vote for Super Eagles forward Victor Moses as 2017 BBC African Footballer of the Year. Chelsea launched the campaign on their website today. Moses was also included in the 30-man shortlist for the 2017 CAF African Player of the Year award. In another development, and as the Super Eagles of Nigeria file out against Argentina in a friendly game on Tuesday, soccer hopeful in the country say a win is what is expected.
We were robbed of the result. It was a draw. And for tomorrow's game, I believe very strongly that Nigeria should at least pull a draw. I don't tip them to win at all, but they should pull a draw. And looking at the fact that it's not so important a game, just to prepare us for Russia.
if they will play like the time they played with Cameroon, I believe Nigeria is going to take the day because they are doing well. Except if they reserve players because of injury or because of their club. But left alone, if they said they are going to play like the way they played Cameroon, Nigeria are good.
I wish them good luck, Nigerians, that they should play to succeed.
Nigeria tried very, very well, and I believe by special grace of God, God will be with them, and expect to see the best from them the more.
I've gone for people that are lower now than Argentina. Though it's friendly, but it has no effect. But anyway, it is going to strengthen their legs. Football is no mathematics. But when you see somebody that will beat you, you will know right from the start now.
By the special grace of God, I know Nigeria is going to make it more than expectation. I believe this time around, Nigeria is going to make it in 2018 Russia World Cup.
And we also believe so too, that Nigeria will come out victorious tomorrow. And that's the news this hour. But before we go, we'd like to remind you that President Muhammadu Buhari is lamenting decay in the education sector in Nigeria, and is also supporting El-Rufai's planned sack of some Kaduna teachers. Borno killings, Army raises board of inquiries. On the foreign scene, death toll rises in Iran-Iraq border quake. In sports, BBC African Most Valuable Player Award, London giant Chelsea converses support for Victor Moses. That's the news, but you can also continue to follow us on our social media handle. Facebook is Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. You can also tweet at us at HRightsRadio. My name is Oikike Igado Kure. Thank you for listening.
My name is Anointed Sonny. I'm from Cross River State. I reserve